It's accountability, I believe, is important, but also just understanding to be patient, I guess. And sometimes, depending on your credit situation, is it a necessity or is it not? And what can you do to help you build that credit rating up?
What are some challenges that perhaps your customers are facing to get approved?
I think we've recognized that the banks are kind of like a roller coaster. It's sometimes bizarre. If there's a bit of, I guess there's consumer delinquency. So unfortunately, some of the banks will branch everyone into one category. And all of a sudden, the same consumer that applied 1 month ago and got approved is now declined. And there's no way of turning that around. And then all of a sudden, another month goes by and then the banks are like, oh, we didn't do enough loans. Let's be more aggressive. All I can say is for the consumer, the best thing to do is to make sure that before applying for a loan, to take a look at our website, the Sparta Finance, the credit building tab. It'll teach you everything that you need to know about what the banks look at, how credit ratings work, what are the most important factors, and how to get your recent credit up to date. Luckily, with our system, the banks are extremely forgiving. For sure, we're in a very blessed system in that sense. Now, just like insurance, if you get in a lot of accidents or some speeding tickets, you're now going to be into a higher risk category until you can prove you're a safe driver. So I think it's the same way with credit. So first of all, what have you done recently? I think the banks are looking at that a lot. What have you done recently? So anyone in this entire country can get a secured credit card from places like Refresh Financial or Capital One. So accountability is extremely important. So yes, life happens and things happen and the banks understand that. And we're very blessed, like I said, to have that system. Now, let's make sure we're being accountable. Get yourself a secured credit card, put $300 towards it, use it as a tool. You're going to buy groceries, you're going to buy fuel, you're going to buy something anyways. Use that credit card, pay it off. Use that for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And then that'll be huge difference in increasing that credit score rating and at least just starting even at a higher risk, just like you would in insurance. Now, the key again in our credit building tab will explain this is not staying stuck in that. So getting that credit card and then also getting, let's say, a fixed leisure loan or a fixed automotive loan, build that credit quickly, try to put a little bit extra money towards it so you're paying the principal quicker, and let's trade you out of that in 12 months or 18 months, or there's possibly refinance options where you can lower that interest rate once you've rebuilt that trust. So yeah, it's accountability, I believe, is important, but also just understanding to be patient, I guess. And sometimes depending on your credit situation, is it a necessity or is it not? And what can you do to help you build that credit rating up, I guess? Mm-hmm. Some of the challenges I believe we have in this country is, I guess for us, we're lucky or we're willing to take the risk to be ahead of the curve. But if you look just across the border, a consumer can go to, there's these vending machines set up. Believe it or not, it's shocking. I think it's called, their name is Carvana. However, if you have an average or above average credit score rating, you can go up to this vending machine, do an application on the vending machine and literally pick a car that you want and it'll bring the car down. In my opinion, 10, 15 years ahead of us. Yeah. So, here we are as consumers. We're like, oh, wow, you got this vehicle delivered to your house. You didn't even see it. And from a company that's reputable and they're guaranteeing it. But just, out in Seattle, you can go buy a car from a vending machine or it's just, incredible. It's mind blowing what they have going on in the States. And I think that we need to step it up. I believe on this end, we need to be willing to take more risks and to be more innovative and kind of maybe follow the trend over there because they're light years ahead of us. I believe that soon enough, we'll see mostly dealerships turning into possibly service centers and the Tesla model where you literally just pick the color that you want and all these things. And then a few months later, your vehicle will show up and do it all kind of virtual.